in this video we are going to discuss about the main important concepts related to the data resource management. Those are database models. So we know in organization structure or organization work or organization processes are based on so many models. But when you coming to data resource management, here are few models which are generally supported for many organizations. So in few cases, some organization uses only one or two models, but few organization will goes for incorporating all models into the organization. So why these models are necessary in case of DBMS? In the case, so by this models only we can maintain the data in a proper manner, and we can also segregate the data according to the needs and requirements of the organization. So let's have a look at the models first of all. So I will tell you orally what the models that exist in the organizations. First one is hierarchical model, second one network model, third one relational model, fourth one object oriented model, fifth one entity relational model, and the last one is multidimensional model. Okay, so these six are the general database models which are used. Apart from this, so many are there: flat model, structured model, unstructured model, table model, like this. But here we are discussing only the six basic database models. The first one is hierarchical model, second one network model, third one entity model, third one relational model, fourth one entity relational model, fifth one object oriented model, and the last one is multi-dimensional model. Okay, so let's look at the first one, that is hierarchical model. So the name itself, you can see it defines that whether the information has to flow from bottom to top or top to bottom. Hierarchy means one over the other, like that the process will be there. So in this hierarchical model, the relationships exist between the records are stored in the form of a hierarchy of a tree. So normally if you take a tree which contains some root, stem, branches, leaves, like that. So here also we define the relationship among different records based on a tree model. That's why here we are calling this as a hierarchical model, and it is also simply called as a multi-level structured model also. So in this, mainly you have to understand four main things. First one is parent-child relationship will be there, one-to-many relation is there, division problem, and pointers. So now what hierarchy is about? So generally here we are talking about the tree system. So let's see what hierarchy model is this. So this one is a root, and this root has mainly three subroot. Okay, so you can see this is a root. Okay, so these are parent nodes. So this is the parent node 1, this is parent node 2, and this is parent node 3. So every parent node has two children here. Okay, so generally the hierarchical model is a parent and this is a child. Okay, let's take this as a child. So the main fundamental basis for the hierarchical model is parent-child relationship. So that you can see here. So this is the root and these are the parents. Let's assume these 3 nodes are the parents, and here the parent 1 has 2 children and parent 2 has 2 children and parent 3 has 2 children. Okay, and here in this hierarchical model you can define one-to-many relationships, but this is not possible in case of other models. And third one, deletion problem. So here you cannot delete a parent because there is no possibility of deleting a parent. If a parent node doesn't exist, in the sense that child nodes also doesn't exist. Okay, so you cannot delete any parent node here. And fourth one, pointer. So the first parent specifies only the children, those are associated with child nodes, those are associated with the parent node of 1. So these are the main 4 basic concepts that you have to understand in case of hierarchical model. First one is parent-child relationship will be there, one-to-many relationship you can define, and deletion problem is there, and pointers. So next, coming to the advantages. So what are the main advantages and disadvantages of the hierarchical model? So generally a tree structure is always straightforward. It means it flows from top to bottom or straightforward and quick to navigate. You can go for navigation easily in case of a hierarchical model. And if you are doing any modifications to the parent node, it automatically reflected in the child node also. So that is another advantage. So these are the 2 main advantages of hierarchical model. First one, this tree structure is very straightforward and very easy to navigate. And second one, any modifications that you are doing to the parent node, that automatically implies to the child node also. And coming to the disadvantage, this hierarchical model doesn't support any complex relationships. Those complex relationships are not supported in case of hierarchical model. And when the child node have relationship quick to parents, not supported in the hierarchical model. If the child node has specifying 2 relationships with the 2 parents, in the sense those multiple relationships of the child node is not supported in case of hierarchical model. So, and the third main disadvantage, if the parent node is removed, it automatically removes the child nodes also. So these are all the advantages and disadvantages of the hierarchical model. Next, second model, that is network model. Okay, so what is network model? So whatever the complex relationships that are not supported in the hierarchical model are supported in network model. Clearly I will tell you one thing, whatever the disadvantages that exist in the hierarchical model, all are overcome in network model. I will tell you one more time. Whatever the disadvantages that are there in the hierarchical model, all those are overcome in the network model because it supports the complex relationships. It means many to many relationships we can define by using the network model. So that it allows more complex one to many and many to many. You can specify one to many relationships and many to many relationships, logical relationships among different entities, and you can also store these relationships by using the linked list structure. It means, so you can, here the members can be linked to more than one owner. So I will show you how they are linked. So the same example I am telling you, whatever I specified in case of hierarchical model. So here I am taking one root and 3 parents, but here I am taking the 3 children. Okay, 3 children for the one parent. So here you can see okay, so you can see the change. between the hierarchical model and network model here. So here I am taking this as parent 1, parent 2 and parent 3. So here parent 1 contains 3 child nodes, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and here the child node of parent 1 is also having relationship with parent 2. So this multiple relations are supported only in case of network model. Similarly, you can see here the child node of parent 2 is also having the relationship with parent node 3. It means multiple relations and many to many relationships are denoted by using only the network model. It means complex relationships you can shown up by using the network model. It is only possible here. And coming to the advantage, it is very simple and easy to design when compared to the other, and this network doesn't allow the child to exist without of a parent. So here also without parent, here there is no scope for the child node also, and he doesn't have any database standards. So in this model you don't want to rely upon any database standards, and here the data accessing is also very easy, and it also holds multiple relationships. So these are all the advantages when coming to the network model. Okay. So I am removing all these. Okay. Next third model, that is object oriented model. So it is an approach to data management that stores both data and operations that can be formed as an object. So up to now we had seen only relationships and how we can state the relationship among different entities by using the hierarchical model and network model. But when you come to the object oriented model, here we are defining both data and its operation, because object is one which specifies the data and also its operations based upon the data management. So that's why this object oriented model completely gives you a picture how the data and its operations are carried out in the system. And here in case of traditional DBMS are designed to homogeneous data. So I think all of you know what is exactly homogeneous data is about. Homogeneous is nothing but similar data. So traditional approach, if you take the traditional file approach or traditional approach to data management, which is completely relies upon the homogeneous data. But when you comes to the modern approach, that is database management system and the object oriented model, it supports the heterogeneous data. Heterogeneous data in a sense various data. It means different sets of data or different types of data is also processed and operated in case of object oriented model. So why? Because this object oriented model is capable of handling and manipulating the heterogeneous data such as text, drawings, images, photographs, voice and full motion videos. In the sense, in case up to now, if you go for a hierarchical model, only relationships you can draw. Network model also you can draw only relationship. But images, photos, pictures, drawings and videos, these are all not supported in case of hierarchical model and network model. So in order to overcome such drawback, the object oriented model has came into picture, because it is one which supports the data and its operations. So that's why all these heterogeneous data are processed and operated in object oriented model. So coming to the advantage, you can see the integrity, data integrity in case of object oriented model, and second thing, data independence and structure independence, both will be there in case of object oriented model. And you can store all type of data here. It means like text, documents, images, photographs, pictures, videos, audios, full motion, HD, like that. Any type of data you can store and save by using this model. And last one, it is used to add the semantic content that can be well understood by the user. It means whatever the type of data that can be understood by the user, it can be easily accessed and added to the system by using the object oriented model. So these are the main 3 types of models that we generally use. Let's go to the disadvantage. It has complex navigation. It means it is not possible to go for navigation process in case of object oriented model. And when come to the transactions, if you go for videos, if you want to upload any video, it takes off so much of time.